Hey YouTube, I just wanted to take some time and wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And while I'm doing that, let's take a walk around my house and look at my Christmas lights. We'll start on the outside, then we'll go inside and check things out. Here's the grand tour. I'll start over on this end. So for starters, I got these three penguins that I just picked up this year at Home Depot. Actually, I didn't know at the time these do not light up, but they do have lights on them that change colors, and something a little different here. And then we'll go to Santa Claus, which I have a lot of Santa Clauses here. And then I have several trees around my place that I started making these several years ago. So they're pretty simple. Just get 3 pieces of rebar here, make like a teepee, and then just start wrapping lights around them. And it looks like a nice Christmas tree in the dark. Then we'll go over here and see the choir. Looks like I got one that needs a light bulb fixed, so need to get that done. Every night that I'm home, I walk around here about 5 o'clock when the timers come on and check everything. And actually that one I think I'm having some cord trouble with, so that's going to be a little more labor intense. Another rebar tree here, and then we got the Dickens carolers right here. Then I'll cross the driveway, got some candy canes here outlining the driveway, kind of hard to see there in the dark. Then I got some nutcrackers over here, another tree. We got the sidewalk in the front of the house lined with light up candy canes. Then I have an assortment of snowmen, some penguins, got a Rudolph here, and Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus. Front porch here. Go up here real quick and got the candles, of course, and then another snowman here I just picked up this year at Home Depot. Again, this was another one I thought would light up like the other stuff, but it doesn't. Just has the lights on it with batteries. So anyways, put that on the front porch, and a couple little shrubs lit up here. We'll come over here to one of my nativities. So I got the whole setup here and the star. So a little history here. This Holy Family, Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus, I've actually had that since probably, if I had to guess, 3rd grade, 4th grade, something like that. Ever since I was real little, I've always had a fascination with nativities. And we went to Murphy's Mart in Salem, Ohio, and they had the whole display there. And I got my mom and dad talked into buying me the Holy Family and brought it home. And, you know, just had the setup here out in the front yard for a long time. And then as I got older, I was able to add to the set. So again, pretty neat. I've had this quite a while. And then added the star here up above the stable. Of course, I made the stable myself. Then we'll go over here. We got Santa and the 8 reindeers. Now at my old house, I actually had this strung up in the air from the TV tower to a tree, so it looked like Santa and the reindeers were flying over my house. But I don't have any big trees in my yard, so in the next couple years here, I'd like to get a flagpole up in the air and something and mount this up higher. But I do have it a couple feet off the ground, and then it looks like Santa and the reindeers are ready to fly up on the roof of my house. Then we'll come over here to the side of the house. And of course, I didn't mention the lights all the way around the house. This year, instead of using a ladder to do this, I actually rented a hoist, or what am I looking for? A lift, a boom lift, and was a little safer doing some of the high peaks and stuff. So that worked out real nice. And then we just moved into this house a few years ago, so we've been doing some landscaping. I don't have much for shrubbery over here with any growth yet, but we added all this. So since I don't have any shrubs to put lights on, I added all these lights right here, which are pretty nice. And with everything being LED now, you can run so many more sets together without popping a breaker or blowing fuses. So pretty nice setup there. And then I got another rebar tree right here, about an 8-foot tall one, and that's actually a real pine down there. Then we'll come around, some shrubbery here, and to the back porch, a few more lights here, and just peek down in the basement there. Got a Christmas tree down in my basement. We'll go down there in a little bit, take a look, pop around here real quick. Another little rebar tree. And then coming around almost where I started, got the sidewalk here to my back porch or back patio here. A couple candy canes, another Santa, little shrub there lit up. And this is another nativity I have here. And this one you really can't see from the road. This is more just for me. I know I've talked about this in years past. As far as I know, this is the oldest light up nativity, or this is one of the first ones made. This is the one I remember when I was a real little kid that some of the churches in our area had, and I never thought I would ever have one. But thanks to the internet and eBay, I was actually able to piece this whole thing together, and I now have the complete set. So I started out with Mary, Joseph, baby Jesus, and a shepherd, and I got the cow and the donkey, and the wise men was the hard part. I was able to find them one by one, but you know, this stuff is getting pretty old here, and these were made in the late 60s, early 70s, so to find these that aren't weathered too bad or they're not cracked is really hard. So it took some patience here, and I actually found two of the wise men individually, and I could not find that guy right there for a long time, and then a whole set popped up. So I actually have a couple spares now. But anyways, like I said, I was able to put the whole set together. Just took a few years, and glad to have this as part of my collection. Then we'll head over here to the barn. I got lights all around the barn as well, and here is one I am working on. I'd like to build a collection of. Choir boy here. Again, this is from the same era as that nativity over there. And you can find these on eBay. They got a bunch of different ones. Boys, girls, different color hair, stuff like that. But these are going for, man, usually they're starting around 400 bucks on eBay. And I got a deal on this one a couple years ago. This one's in real nice shape. And I've seen these all the way up to $1,000. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on these, and they're weathered bad. But this one here, like I said, was in pretty nice shape, and I got a pretty good deal on this one on eBay. But I'm still looking, and hopefully I'll be able to get a whole set of these in the future. And some more vintage right here that I picked up, another eBay find right there. And I don't know, it's probably been 12 15 years ago. This nativity right here, I bought it at Rural King. Now, believe it or not, Rural King actually used to carry this nativity here, and it was like real close to Christmas, and this was half price. I think I got this thing for like 120 bucks, and I couldn't pass it up. Didn't really need another nativity in the collection, but hey, how can you pass that up? Anyways, sometimes the video doesn't show it what it really looks like, but hopefully it turns out pretty good here. Anyways, that's a look at my outside. Let's head inside and check out the decorations in there. And now I'm in the house. We'll start here with the living room. We'll walk over to the Christmas tree. If I had to guess, this is probably about a 9-foot tall tree here up in our living room. And over the years, we've been adding a few Hallmark ornaments every year. They make a lot of neat stuff, come out with a lot of neat stuff every year. I'm not going to go through all of them, but every year they also seem to add a piece of John Deere farm equipment. A few years ago they had the John Deere self-propelled forage harvester. Pick that up. You know, there's just all kinds of different things. One from Rudolph here. A lot of Christmas Story or Christmas Vacation ones. There's the flagpole from the Christmas Story. Rock'em Sock'em Robot ornament. The Abominable. And so on. Oh, here's a John Deere 2-track tractor. That's going back a few years. Clark Griswold down here with one of those moose mugs, drinking the eggnog. And Cracker Barrel ornament. I got that, of course, at the Cracker Barrel. Imagine that. Also got a few gifts under the tree. I'll do this twice here. So I got my Farmhand nativity set up here, and I'll just go through this now, and then I'll pop the light on so we can see it a little better. All right, I should have lit up the fireplace, but oh well. Got the mantle all decorated here, the Merry Christmas sign up there. Now we'll have another look at the nativity. So Farmhand is out of Italy, and I've been working on this collection for several years. I mean, some of these go back probably 30 years now, and I try to add a couple pieces every year. Quite a collection here, as you can see. And a little story I know I've talked about before, that stable you see right there, I built that with scrap wood in 7th grade in my shop class, and I actually got in trouble for that. The teacher come over and yelled at me for wasting wood. I'm sure that teacher is, I don't know where he is anymore, if he's even alive, because I was a little kid then and he was older. But anyways, if he's still around, I would love for him to know that this is still in use, even though I was wasting wood. And have a Christmas village right here. A lot going on here, as you can see. And a couple weeks ago, we was up at Bronner's in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and I found that snowmobile, so I added that. That's a Department 56. Doesn't really go with this, but we're gonna make it work. And got some Rudolph stuff down here. Another one that was pretty neat for this year is we found this Christmas Vacation Advent calendar at Costco, and a lot of neat stuff you open up every day. You can see the RV there, several of the people that were in the movie, the reindeer and the sled that Clark had out front, all kinds of good stuff. And of course you can see we got the stockings hung by the chimney with care. Santa and Rudolph. Over here by the front door, my wife has this collection of Byers carolers, and this goes back a few years. We were pretty young when she started collecting on this, so I bet some of these are 30 plus years old. We'll now head downstairs and check things out. Now, we just bought this house a few years ago and been working on getting the basement finished, and it's finished now. Got another living room down here, you could say, with the TV, Rudolph's on, a fireplace down here, a tree, got a Rudolph right there, and then this was the Christmas tree we had in the living room of our old house, but since the new house has a higher ceiling up there, we went with a bigger tree and still have a nice tree down here. And last year I added this Polar Express train set. I always wanted a train under the tree, and I've never had one until last year. So we'll fire that up in a minute here. And then over here is our bar, and I got several different decorations over here. Pop a light on here, take a look. Does anyone remember those nativities? They're plastic, they were made in Hong Kong, very old. And then my grandma Les picked this nativity up when they were down in Mexico. I mean, this is going way back, so I got that after my grandma passed away. And some older stuff here. And Yeah, another little fun nativity there. Got old cowboy Santa right there. And so on. And right here is where I actually set and edit quite a few of my videos, right here at the bar. Alright, we'll fire up the train. Here, got the remote control right here for the Polar Express. The train is ready to roll. Notice the top of the cars here. You got the hobo with the campfire and the footprints up on top. And you can see the kids inside the windows of the car. And then I added the house here. They had the boys' house, so I added that to the collection. It plugs into the train tracks and lights up. Enough of that. Another hallmark, the Griswold station wagon with the Christmas tree on top. And then of course I have the Farmhand mic office all decorated up here. Start out with my lighted sign there my wife and daughter got me for Christmas a couple years ago. I have a little Christmas tree in here. Then over here I have my Christmas Story Village. Now this village actually was my brother Jeff's, who passed away in 2016, and it got handed down to me. The only thing I added here was the Bumpus house, and then a couple of the smaller things. He had several of them, but I just picked up the burglars there going through the fence and Ralphie stopping them with his Red Ryder. And then over here in the egress in the basement, I just have another little Christmas tree, a couple decorations, and another nativity. Flip the light on here. And some of my favorite tractors in my toy tractor collection in the glass case. And I don't know if I've ever actually done a video on this. This was the plaque I got from YouTube when I hit 100,000 subscribers. So I'm now getting close to 200,000. My next plaque, if I can ever get there, they don't hand the next one out till you hit 1 million. So I got a little ways to go, but you never know. We could do it. Not Christmas related, but as you know, I travel all over, and I got this United States map here, and everywhere you see a pin is a place where I've spent at least one night of my life. But a lot of these places I've spent multiple nights. So the only thing is I run out of room here for Maine, so I can't put any pins up there. And there's parts of Canada I can't stick a pin in. But no, it's a lot of places. I've been in all the lower 48 and most of Canada. And of course several places in Europe as well. And this is my desktop, so I do edit some videos here as well. And we got a ham going on here in the upstairs oven. Green bean casserole needs baked. Got an apple pie and a peach pie here. And my wife is getting ready to mash some potatoes. And in the downstairs oven here, we got sweet potato casserole, some mac and cheese, and I'm not actually sure what's in the other one. Probably baked corn. I'll find out soon. And if you're gonna make ham, you gotta make some ham gravy. This was our Christmas Day dinner. My son was not home from Utah yet, so we had another dinner a few days later. But here's a few pictures of Christmas Day. And my wife made this white chocolate cranberry cheesecake. Looks delicious and pretty. And this was our dinner a few days later. My son was home from Utah now. He had to meet with his in-laws first for a couple days, then he come to our house. We had another dinner, another family get-together. It was another good day of celebrating Christmas. And here's a few more pictures. Later that night, my daughter made up this charcuterie board, and it was pretty good. Then we smoked some wings out on the Traeger. And that's a look at the outside and the inside of my house at Christmas time. After that, I loaded up the Kubota with all the boxes, wrapping paper, took them down to the burn pile, burned them, had a fire, and that's how Christmas went for the Farmhand Mike family. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and has a Happy New Year, and we will see you on the next video.